Now, when you get to a point where you're comfortable playing that arpeggio with just the left hand, this is where you can start getting the right hand involved with the picking. Like I said, this will feel really difficult at first, but to play this along with the arpeggio, you will basically be playing all downstrokes as you're going down the arpeggio to the 9th fret. So the key with this is to kind of do it in a sweeping motion. Now, some guitarists I've heard, they tend to say, you know, to kind of point your pick at a certain angle towards your pick guard. I've never really done that. I mean, for some people it works easier. For me, I've always just held the pick the way I've always held it when playing other techniques, which is, you know, like that. So I'm pointing it at the camera, and kind of the deal with your hand really is you don't want to have too much movement going on with your arm. You just purely want to kind of just really want to be moving your wrist down. You don't really want to have to get your arm involved. You know, picking always comes purely from just the hand. So, you know, when you are going downwards across the strings, you kind of just want to get a sweeping motion across these notes like this. So basically you want that sort of motion, but you want to apply that to obviously the notes that you want to play on the left hand. So it's basically getting the coordination down. So again, this is something that you can practice with a metronome, but I'll just show you without for starters. So this is kind of what you're going for at a slow tempo with the picking hand. Now, I mean, that doesn't even actually sound like sweeping. It probably won't really sound like sweeping at first, because you're just going to be getting your hand used to playing the notes, coordinating with the left hand. So I'll play that again for you slowly. Now, it might just take you a while just to get that down at first. Again, the key when doing this is you've got to be really observant with your right hand muting, because if your hand's not in the right place when you're playing this, it's just going to sound like mush, like this. You don't really want any noise from the guitar. You really want to look at where your hand is, making sure it's kind of on the bridge and kind of muting at the same time as you're playing these notes. So you've kind of got... So that might take a bit of practice. So from the 12th fret of the A string to the 9th fret of the high E, you're going to be doing all down in a sweeping motion. Now, when it comes to playing the 12th fret of the high E with your pinky, you're going to, when you get to the 12th fret of the high E, that is when you're then going to switch to an upstroke. So you're going to go down, 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 up. When you do the upstroke on the 12th fret of the high E, you're then going to, that is when you're going to pull off to the 9th fret of the E again. So you're going to go like this. And that is basically the first part of the arpeggio down. Now, if you can just get that down for starters, you know, that's really good. If you can just go... You know, you're practically sweeping there, you're just doing it obviously quite slow. After you've done that, that is when you're going to start going back up the arpeggio again. And obviously, from pulling off 12 to 9, the 9th fret of the high E is already ringing out. So when you go back up, you're actually going to start picking from the 10th fret of the B string. And from here, you're going to execute upstrokes back up to the 12th fret of the A string. So I will demonstrate this. I'll demonstrate this for you slowly now with everything. Down, 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 up, pull off. do that again. Down, 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 up. And then you're going to go up, 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 up. Back to the 12th fret of the A. So I will demonstrate that for you slowly. And then when you get to the 12th, when you go up back to the 12th fret of the A, you're kind of going to repeat that again by playing the 12th fret of the A again with a downstroke. So you're going to do this. Okay, sorry. If you was going to just play maybe the arpeggio once, right, you would just go and do an upstroke all the way upwards, back to the 12th fret of the A. But if you want to obviously loop this and keep practicing it, so when you get to the 12th fret of the A, that is actually when you go back to doing a downstroke again. So going back to 9, 12, 9, when you pull off with an upstroke, you're going to then go up on the 10th fret of the B, up on the 9th fret of the G, up on the 11th fret of the D, and then down when you get back to the 12th fret of the A again, repeat the pattern. So you're kind of going to want to do this. That's even slower tempo. And then at a faster speed it should sound like this. Now, as I've already said, you know, for an absolute beginner, you know, this takes so much time. So you've just got to be really patient, really just keep working with that metronome and just have faith, because it is really difficult at first, and you know that really is just the best advice I can give. So that's it for today. I hope this has kind of helped as a starter to getting sweep picking down with the left hand and right hand. Remember I said kind of start off just trying to get your fingers familiar with the shape first on the left hand with a metronome, and then when you're ready get the right hand involved as well and go get both hands practicing with a metronome to get this down. In maybe the next future lessons I'm going to maybe teach you another different arpeggio shape, maybe do the minor arpeggio shape, and also talk about maybe for more intermediate and advanced guitar players how you can kind of use sweep picking and arpeggios for different rhythmic patterns, like in 3/4 and using 8th notes and 16th notes rather than just kind of practicing it in crotchets. So hope you've enjoyed the lesson, and I will see you soon.